do you blame Jordan Neely at all for his conduct?
If Jordan Neely was a white man, we'd be saying it was an opioid crisis. He was hungry. He was mentally ill. He had a muffin in his mouth.
What's the narrative? There's black women who were on the subway. It was mostly people of color on the subway. Okay, so
what about the Latino man who was holding his arms?
I'm not the one identifying everyone by race. You are. You're the one who keeps telling. Why? Why do you have to? The jury is racist.
Have you seen?
I'm asking you a question. No, don't change the subject. Is it because the jury is racist?
Yes.
So Daniel Penny gets acquitted. Amazing day for America. What country do you want to live in? A country full of Daniel Pennys or a country full of Jordan Neelys? I know which one I would choose. This BLM lady that you're going to see in this video gets shut down by Dan Abrams, the host of this show. Now, this is going to be race baiting at its finest. This is a very delusional lady. This is an anti-white lady. This is racism right here. But before that, let me get a clip of Bill O'Reilly in here talking about the acquittal of Daniel Penny. And he's spot on. New York City has become a dump. Let's get it.
New York City is totally out of control. There's no public safety anymore in the city. It's been destroyed by Alvin Bragg and others in Albany. People are fearful. That's why Daniel Penny's case got so much attention, because anybody riding the subway to work or home or whatever is not relaxed. Right. I mean, because there are so many mentally ill people, violent mentally ill people, walking around the streets, and the New York City system of justice will not stop them at all. Will just release them time after time. The man who was killed by Daniel Penny had 47 arrests and assaulted, and a conviction of assaulting an 80-year-old woman. And he's running around with no supervision, nobody helping him, including his family, who's now suing Daniel Penny. Why don't you sue the city of New York? All right? So it's the social disorder component that is the most important part of this story. It has collapsed in New York, in Chicago, in Los Angeles, and it isn't coming back as long as progressive left politicians are in power, because they don't want to protect the public. Their view of life, of justice, of crime and punishment is so skewed, so screwed up. I was going to use another word, but I very rarely say the word anymore, rehab myself, that it is a danger to all of us in New York City, all of us. And yet, the voters keep putting them back.
And then others, you may be able to hear behind me here that there's a crowd of protesters that have gathered here to support Jordan Neely. They see this as a case that is about social justice, racial justice in New York City, the lack of support for people suffering with mental health challenges, the lack of support for people who are experiencing homelessness, all of which deeply impacted Jordan Neely for many years leading up to his death.
Now let's get to the clip of Dan Abrams shutting down this BLM lady. But guys, if you don't mind smashing that thumbs up button for your boy, and also if this is not your first time here and you're not yet subscribed, hopefully this will be the video in which I can earn your subscription. Let's get to the clip.
So do you not blame Jordan Neely at all? I mean, for what he did? He deserves no blame from your perspective, right?
Did you hear the witness testimony?
I'm asking you a question.
Or are you cherry-picking the ones?
I'm asking you a question. Do you blame Jordan Neely at all for his conduct?
If Jordan Neely was a white man, we'd be saying it was an opioid crisis. He was hungry. He was mentally ill. He had a muffin in his pocket.
I wouldn't be if there were other. What about the witnesses? Let's play again, just so we're clear on the race.
I'm sure you play Eddie Gibson, who begged Daniel Neely to stop.
Oh, yeah, but he stayed there throughout the incident.
Play the ones that fit the narrative.
But what's the narrative? There's black women who were on the subway. It was mostly people of color on the subway.
What about a white man during cross-examination who said that he was afraid of Daniel Penny, the one who poured water onto his head and said that he was afraid? He was a white man.
Yeah, okay, so...
What about the Latino man who was holding his arms?
I'm not the one identifying everyone by race. You are. You're the one who keeps telling... Why? Why do you have to? There was nothing in this case.
Because when you look at the FBI, when you look at when hate crimes happen, when you look at when injustice happened to black people,
but let's agree.
We don't get justice.
Let's agree to some... Look, I'm going to be doing a segment later this week on a missing black woman who has not been getting nearly enough attention.
Send it to me and I'll share the
by the media.
Absolutely.
Because I understand that, and to that degree, you have a fair point about the way sometimes the media and the justice system handles. But not in this case. This case, even the prosecutors conceded Daniel Penny had every right to go hands-on, and the question became, okay, when should he have stopped? I understand that.
The time frame on that,
right,
from the DA's office was after 30 seconds. Can you not concede that Daniel Penny was a trained killer? Did he not have his gray belt? A United States Marine Corps is an assassin.
Sure,
he knew.
Oh,
let me
so every Marine is a trained
because
assassin.
actually, Black Marines and white Marines have reached out and actually told us he went too far.
But going too far is different from criminal.
Let me break it down. A chokehold, a blood chokehold, which he did. You're only supposed to hold someone in that move for 8 to 13 seconds. Yeah. You're not supposed to do it longer than 2 minutes. Why did Daniel Penny, when the train was completely clear, everyone was on the platform, why did he hold it for nearly 6 minutes?
Because he was scared.
He was a Marine is scared of of someone he labeled as a crackhead.
Again, is it not possible that Daniel Penny, when he's doing this on the spot, stepping up to help people of many different races, moves in and doesn't have a clock with him to decide when he should stop and when he shouldn't, which is why, in the end, the jury acquitted, right?
No, actually, Daniel Penny was trained very well by the United States Marine Corps, and he knew what the signs were. He knew when Jordan's body was slacking. He knew that Jordan was going to die. Why didn't you show his face, Dan? You're a good man. Of when he laughed and when the first response, I'm critical of the police. We know this, right? NYPD tried to save his life while they were doing chest compressions. Daniel Penny laughed and said chest compressions. A good person, a hero. One last thing. Why did he never ask about the well-being in that police department about Jordan Neely?
So
he was a hero.
You're asking a lot of questions that are sort of rhetorical questions, right? But the ultimate question is, why did the jury acquit? Is it because they're racist?
America is inherently biased.
So the jury is racist.
Have you seen?
I'm asking you a question. No, don't change the subject. Is it because the jury is racist?
Yes.
Okay.
The jurors.
Even the black person on the jury.
Would you like to hear something from me? I believe that even black people can be anti-black. People are predeceived to see black people as a threat and as a victim because people called in. You heard the voice recordings when they called 911. Jordan Neely was in a chokehold for over 4 minutes, turning purple, which black people do in fact do that, and people still saw him as a harm. Even when his body went limp, he was still viewed as a criminal. So I'm sorry if I'm going to defend the needy, if I'm going to defend the poor. Why does no one talk about when Jordan Neely came on asking for water and being thirsty? Why does no one talk about...
Because that's not what happened right here. What happened right here, the reason he was held was not because he was asking for water. It's because he was scaring the heck out of everyone on the subway, which apparently he's done before.
Dan, anyone who has rode the New York City subway has encountered mentally ill people. Why are we not having this conversation?
Scary.
And we don't kill them.
But you know what?
We offer help or we get out of the way.
But more people wish people would step up more and help and stop people from doing it.
So are you giving a license to vigilantism? Are you saying that
it's not vigilante.
Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying is it's very unfortunate. I think Daniel Penny would say it is really unfortunate that he died.
Why didn't he care when he was at the precinct? He showed no remorse.
Because he was defending what he did.
He lied in that defense, too. Do you know he told people, he told the police, who people love, that people respect the police's opinion, right? People respect what they do. People respect that honor. He lied in the 5th precinct. How can anything he do? Can we just stop calling him a hero? Can we do that?
No, I can't. I actually do view what he did as heroic.
Let me give News Nation a little bit of credit here. They have some right-leaning people on there often. They have some left-leaning hosts on there. They're becoming very much a centrist YouTube channel, news network, whatever you want to call them, and I'm here for it. I think it's great to have both sides of the aisle and have people from both sides on there and not like when you watch CNN or The View where they put the token Republican on the show just to appease the public, or else it would be just a one-sided conversation. Now, Jordan Neely would still be alive today if he would have been in jail like he was supposed to. This is a guy with 42 or 43 priors, a guy who punched old ladies in the face, a guy who went on the subway saying that someone was going to die today, who was a threat to the passengers. This would have, if this was not in New York City and Daniel Penny was not white, this would have never been to court. At all, ever. If these were two black individuals, or if Jordan Neely was white. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, as usual, smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Consider subscribing to the channel, help it grow. Catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.